Brogan O'Hanley, braver than I.
Thank you all. I bet a lot of you are thinking, man, why would you do that? Why would anyone do that? You are crazy. And you would have something in common with my mother. She was pretty upset when she found out. But I said, Mom, listen, this is your fault. And she's like, but I said, Mom, I watched you when I was growing up. You raised 3 kids by yourself for many years. You didn't have a college degree. You worked 3 jobs, waitressing, washing toilets, cleaning houses. And she taught me when I was growing up that, Rogan, it's not about talking the talk. It's about walking the walk. And so that's what I did. And some of you might think, you know, oh, you did it to troll the libs or to provoke an attack and, you know, go viral. But it's none of that. I'm a Republican. I'm a Trump supporter. And I believe so strongly that President Trump is going to be the best thing to happen to the black community since Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves from the Democrats in the 1860s. I recorded that video back in September of 2017. This was before Candace Owens was Candace Owens. This was just something I really wanted to do. I have for years thought that, you know, black Americans are getting screwed over by Democrat policies, and I felt like Donald Trump is the guy that's going to turn that around. You know, and in that video, when I finished walking, for those of you that haven't seen it on YouTube, spoiler alert, I survived. I was scared out of my mind, don't get me wrong, I was really scared, but I wanted people to click on that video, and I wanted them to watch it, and I wanted them to see just how strongly I believed in the speech I gave at the end, which was that Donald Trump's policies of reducing illegal immigration, of building the wall, of reversing these horrible trade deals that sent middle-class jobs overseas under Clinton, of taking people out of prisons and putting them back in their homes where they belong with their families and getting a second chance. I knew that those things were going to happen, and you know what? I was right. And now here's what else I'm going to say. I was right then, and I'm right, and I believe I'm right with these predictions I'm about to make. I think that Donald Trump is going to take America into a new age of economic prosperity for all Americans, no matter whether you're black, white, Asian, Hispanic, everyone. I think that we're going to start seeing higher high school graduation rates in our inner cities. I think that we're going to start seeing family units strengthened. I believe that mothers and fathers in Baltimore, Detroit, and Chicago are going to now be able to send their kids to school without worrying that they're going to be shot. It's going to take time, but we are going to do it. And all of you here should take that message, that courage that I had, build it up within yourself and support this president, because this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for us to get this right. And we owe it to all those people that are crying over their slain family members to actually step up and help save these inner-city communities that have been lied to for decades by the Democrat Party. And I just want you all to know that this isn't your grandfather's Republican Party, okay? This is different. We the people have taken it over. This isn't a party led by George Bush or Mitt Romney or John McCain or Paul Ryan or any of those globalist sellouts. This is a party led by Donald Trump, Candace Owens, Charlie Kirk, and Dan Crenshaw. This is a party that is listening to all of you and is going to actually fix what Democrats have been breaking for decades. So I hope that all of you look at what I did. no one special. I was a lawyer in Hollywood, doing deals with Harvey Weinstein, crazily enough. Don't worry, he didn't do anything to me. But I was working in Hollywood for years, and I was working my ass off, to be honest, and I was tired of working 60 to 80 hours a week and taking home a little more than 60% of my money and driving on roads that would break my suspension and hearing about how in the schools, the public schools, they barely spoke English. I would drive by them and they looked like prisons. And then these people in California would look at me and say, "You're the bad guy. You're a white male, you're working, you're paying taxes, screw you, and give us your guns." So I had enough. I had enough. I had enough of supporting this rising socialist system in California, and I had enough of keeping my mouth shut. I worked in an industry where if you say you are not a full-blown Marxist, you will be blacklisted, you will be fired. When I made that video, I was making a couple $100,000 a year, pretty cushy job. If they saw that video, I'd have a pink slip sitting on my desk. And a lot of people I talk to say, you know, Rogan, I'm worried I'm gonna lose my job. I'm worried my friends are gonna not like me if I come out as a public Trump supporter. And I just tell them, listen, at what point in your life are you gonna finally stand up for what you believe in? At what point are you going to say, across this line you shall not pass? I stand firm in defending the Constitution, in defending the flag, and supporting Americans of all races across this country. And that was it. That was me saying I had enough. And I started posting on Instagram, posting memes, and quit my job. They offered me partnership on the way out. A competitor law firm brought me to lunch. And they said, "Rogan, what's it gonna take for you to come work for me?" And I said, "Well, probably a lot of money. But to be honest, I think I'm moving to Florida." And she says, "What are you gonna do?" And I said, "Well, I've got an idea. I don't really want to share it yet, but..." And she says, "How about this? $500,000 a year, and I'll make you partner." And I said, "Can I think about it?" But I knew deep down it wasn't gonna matter. She could have offered me $1 million. I just couldn't take it anymore. I couldn't take where this country was going. I couldn't take how Californians are treated. I couldn't stand how Trump was being treated. I think we need to defend freedom of speech. And so I packed up my crap, sold my house, moved out to Florida, and now I'm doing what I love and talking to all of you. And so, to everyone out here, I hope that you all voice your opinions. Start a Twitter, start a YouTube, start a Facebook. Just start putting your ideas out there, because they can't stop us all. They depend on us being scared. But if we're strong, and if we all raise our voices together, we're gonna help save this country. And I just want to thank Candace Owens and the Blexit movement. This is truly a historic moment, and I'm glad you all are a part of it, so let's get it done. Let's get to work. Let's walk the walk.